Hello everyone and welcome back to TIMBERBORN. This is episode 36 of the Rigger Ridge series. In the last episode we started getting this staircase set up. That's going to allow us to start blowing up all this dynamite, and then we're going to get a bunch of water wheels set up, and that's going to tie into this power system over here, and that will allow us to expand our production in this third district. We also got the bot production underway, and we started expanding how many gears we're making in this district. You can see Valley High, they have 121 gears now. They were completely out in the last episode, so that is a great improvement. We're also continuing to build some of these platforms over here. Not quite sure what I'm going to be placing on it yet. As you can see, we're in the middle of a drought. We still have 6 days left, but with none of these water wheels spinning, we are relying heavily on the windmills and the gravity batteries to produce all the power for basically the entirety of all the beavers in this world, other than the beavers in this third district. And we also focused on well-being a little bit in the last episode. We got this dance hall set up, and then we have a few lidos that we built as well, but it is a little bit too low of a water elevation, so they're not able to use these right now. We have a good amount of water stored up in this third district, and you can see the beavers are starting to chop down some of the logs over here. We have a little section that we want them to focus on. That way we can continue extending the path over in this direction, but we gotta wait for them to chop those logs down first. And you can see that the beavers, they constructed all of this. We did set it up in the last episode. We have 5 houses that we established, and so you can see that this baby beaver is actually using this contemplation spot. And so in this district, their well-being is all the way up to 37. Pretty much everything that they have exposure to, they are doing fantastic on. We could look at getting some grilled spatter dock. We haven't worked on that or cattail crackers at all. Those require some water, and it also requires the aquatic farmhouse, which we haven't used yet. So maybe we'll look at getting that set up. We could actually do that down in this area. I have some dynamite placed here. I wanted to have a little pool of water. But if we have this area flattened out and we clear all this, we could put some aquatic farmhouses over here. I'm actually liking that idea. We would just need to make sure that we have some water dumps down here. So we'd probably need to have a second water pumper at some point. But you can see the beavers did clear a path. We'll connect this up, and then now they should be able to start working on all this. That also means that we can start expanding the chopping zone for these beavers. Now, if you guys could do me a huge favor and smash that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel out tremendously. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. You're getting close to hitting 900 subscribers. If you want to support the channel even more, consider becoming a channel member. And if you go take a look at the membership perks, you'll get to see a sneak peek at an exciting channel update that I'll announce in a future video. And today is the day that we are going to officially rename this district. So instead of District 4, even though it's the third district, we're going to be calling it Irondale. And thank you to the commenter who suggested that name. I'll go ahead and throw that comment on the screen. Thank you once again for leaving comments on what the different names should be. I thought that was the most appropriate since we were going to be collecting scrap metal from this area. And they are completely maxed out actually right now. But we will be using some metal in the future. And so as the beavers start placing all the dynamite, well, first they have to finish these platforms, but after they do that, then they'll be able to place the dynamite. We could have the beavers walk down here to start placing all the water wheels, although there will be bad water coming through here, so I don't want to potentially expose them to that. So let's start looking at how we want to orient all these different water wheels. So we're going to start out like this, and I think that I'm going to actually have some bots start putting some dirt in along this direction. We'll probably replace these 2 platforms with dirt, but for now we'll have this set up, and that's going to allow the water wheels to, we're going to have 3 side by side, but we need to wait for the dynamite to get placed before we can put these third ones in. And then I think that should be an appropriate width for all the water wheels, and then we'll start getting some of the power shaft set up after we have all the dirt placed here. So let's go ahead and take a look at getting some bots sent to this district. into the new Irondale district. But before we do that, we do need to make sure we have some storage set up, and this will be to hold biofuel. Although we won't have that many bots, so I think we can probably stick with a smaller storage. We'll spread them out a little bit, that way the bots don't have to walk a crazy distance to get access to the biofuel. And then let's make sure we have biofuel in Irondale selected for import. We'll change that to import if needed, and we don't want them exporting it. And then from Mountainville, we can reduce the threshold to 80%. We don't need them to import it either. I feel like all of these should be set to import if needed. Same with Valley High. And you can see that they already filled up this one while I was working on the different imports and exports, and then they will eventually start getting some of these set up. We can also look at getting some more storages set up, which we don't exactly need right now, but I know that we will in the future, especially for some of the cattail crackers and the wheat or the cattail flour, spatterdock, grilled spatterdock, all that. But we can low prioritize all of this. Don't need to worry about it right now. And now let's look at sending some bots over. Looks like we have an unemployed bot. I'm guessing that's in this district. Nope, it's in the other district, Mountainville. So let's go ahead and migrate a few bots over. We'll start by sending 4. And then we can put those in one of these builders' huts. And then we also need to make sure, okay, so we do have some dirt, but let's get a larger storage for dirt set up right now. And let's make that highest priority as well. Then we can also get some more dirt imported into this district. And we can also start placing those dirt blocks down. And we probably can even start doing this as well. So let's just replace those immediately. And you can see they have pretty much all the dynamite set up. We're gonna wait for the beavers to clear out of here before we start detonating anything. And if we high prioritize all these dirt blocks, and I think the bots should start working on this before they do anything else. Oh, it looks like in this district we actually have some unemployed beavers, so we should go ahead and get some more builders huts set up. And we also want to prioritize these, because the more builders huts we have, the faster we build everything else. And I think we should also extend the path. I don't know if the bots would actually be able to reach this otherwise, but you can see there are no beavers around. Although, now I'm thinking about it, if we leave this, as soon as they construct these two, then the beavers should be able to work on these 2 water wheels. They can work on these 2 right now, but we'll wait. You can see we do have some unemployed bots in this district, so let's start switching some jobs over. We're doing really good on planks, so I don't know if we need to put them in there. Although we don't really have much more that they're working on. We'll throw some of them in this builder's hut for now, and we can continue getting storage set up down here. Then we can put platforms down to fill in the rest of the space. Although we're going to have the same problem in terms of the beavers being able to reach, or not the beavers, and having the power sharing abilities go between these buildings and here, unless we delete this path. So I think we'll have to do that. And then when we start putting in some more buildings, we can simply put in a power shaft here, or we could even get rid of this one and just directly connect a building in. You can see these beavers are building all of this pretty quickly. They got the builder's hut set up, and we have 7 babies. Let's see how close they are to growing up. Man, there's so many. Oh, I need to wait. Is that really all in this district? This is all in Irondale. Oh my goodness. So we have a lot of them are 83% of the way grown up, so they're going to be matured pretty quickly. So I think we'll get one more builder's hut, and we'll once again prioritize that. This can be lowest priority in the workplace though. And then we should also look at getting some dynamite placed over here. That'll be for the future planting zone for the cattail and spatterdock. We can also put in a few more lumberjack flags. And that'll just help clear all this out. These can be a little bit lower priority though. Well, we'll have one of them low priority. This one will be not low. This one will be low. And these guys, yeah, we'll have this one lower, and this one stay the same. In this district, let's see how much wood they have. They have, okay, 700 is actually a pretty good amount. And then they just have a couple more, a few more water wheels to work on. But we can also start getting the power shaft set up. Then we will need to build a little bridge going over this future power shaft, but we can wait to do that later because the water isn't even flowing yet. Although, we only have a day left until the drought is over. But this isn't all we're going to build. We're going to go probably along this whole stretch. And we could even go farther if we wanted to. There's so much area for collecting power. They are importing some dirt. This one is completely empty. Let's see in Mountainville. How's their dirt stores doing? They have a lot of dirt. I'm pretty sure that they're collecting. Yeah, they're still collecting it, although it's just one bot working here. We could get some more well-being stuff set up. So a carousel takes some power, but we could probably place it over in this area. We haven't used these metal platforms yet. We can unlock it. Takes 500 science. We have 66,000 science at this point. And it's useful to place these because you can place buildings underneath them. But I don't know how much we could actually fit under here. Let's see what would happen if we spread these out a little bit. So we can place it partially underneath them. And we could also place bridges on top as well. So if we wanted, we could do something funky looking like this and then get some more storage or buildings placed on top. But I don't think we'll do that. At least not right now. We'll leave the beavers doing all this. But they are done with everything over here they can work on. So let's go ahead and detonate the dynamite. And now we can finish expanding the platforms over there. And get these last water wheels, for now, set up over here as well. That leaves them some stuff to do. Oh wow, they have already put in most of the dynamite over here. Maybe we should switch some of these jobs to bots. Let's do that. And then we'll import a few more bots into this district. And you can see the drought is over. Let's quickly move a couple bots from this district to Irondale. We'll do 2 more. But we can start unpausing some of these water pumps, including the mechanical ones. We'll bump that up to 2. Although I don't really want them to be pumping this a whole lot. Or at least not pumping the water down a lot. So let's start changing the limits on it. Let's see if they be able to. I think they should be able to pump it 1, since this is goes up to 1/2 of a tile from the top. Ooh, and I just raised this up to 1.5. I had it at 0 before, but that should expand some of the green space. Maybe up here a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But we're not going to plant anything here, since when this is bad water, we're going to completely lower this one and have it go up the backside. Man, they really did get all this completed pretty quickly. You can see the water just started spilling out here, and it's filling up this little bowl that I made. And then this is going to be helpful just to keep a little bit of extra water around. We could put some triple floodgates up here, but we'll do that later. We don't need to worry about that right now. Right now the beavers are finishing up the last water wheel, last 2 water wheels. They still need to build all these platforms. And then they're also working on getting all this dynamite placed. And then I'm thinking about it. So really, I want to maximize the amount of water space available over here. So really, we should probably also place some dynamite over on this side. So let's do that. We're going to go all the way up to here. So we'll place it right in this area. And then we'll just keep placing it over here as well. But we will need to have some platforms set up for the aquatic farmhouses. I think this is the right size. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's what we need. These stairs don't make sense right now, but once we have all the dynamite blown up, then the stairs will actually lead to the tile below. Then they should be able to start planting stuff. And I'm just keeping this path in so they have access to all this area for chopping the trees down and placing the dynamite. But as soon as they finish that, then we'll clear out some of these paths and then put the rest of the dynamite in. Thankfully, these beavers have a lot of dynamite. They have 148. They are definitely getting it imported because I don't think we're making it over in this district yet. We could also get some punch cards. Yeah, we have books in this district, but we don't have punch cards yet. So let's look at getting some of that storage set up. And then we'll high prioritize at least one of them. That way they can actually start importing the punch cards. And the bad water is back. And I don't think we'll need to worry about... Well, yeah, I don't think we'll need to worry about the bad water contaminating this area since this is uphill from here. Although during a bad tide, let's see. During a bad tide, there wouldn't be water flowing, but there would be bad water flowing. And they come back. But first we need to get some platforms set up. Then we can get these floodgates placed right here. And these will also be set to just 0.5 normally. Then we'll raise it up during the bad tide. Now what would really be cool is if we had this water divert over into here and then had it come back over this way. Ooh, I really like that. We might just do that. But we'll take it one step at a time. First we'll finish everything here. Then we can think about filling this whole thing up. Oh, we do need to clear out these two because there's actually not any water flowing through these solid tiles. Also, it's interesting how much the water and bad water mixing is going on because you can see that there's a slow trickle of green coming along the side, and then over here there's not any. Does it come in waves? I don't know why that... Is it because of this thing? Yeah, this is a little weird because it has surges. Oh, like that. Does it originate from up here? Or is it at this one? It might... Oh, I bet it's because of these dam pieces up here. Let's get rid of these. This is gonna cause some flooding most likely. We'll get rid of these and then replace them with the floodgates. If this is what solves everything, then I'm gonna be happy and frustrated at the same time. We have one more piece of dynamite that we're gonna place down for now. And as soon as that one gets placed, I think we can start detonating stuff. We can go ahead and start detonating these ones. Okay, good, the bots ran that way. We'll do one more on this side. We'll get rid of this one. And then we can start deleting some of these buildings. Buildings being the paths. Okay, now we actually have one more. Look at that. We can pause this for now. And then we can also get rid of this. We do need to pause this lumberjack as well. We don't want any beavers going over here, potentially getting blown up. Okay, we are ready. We can start with this one. And now we can go into cinematic mode. Although, I can't. Let's go out of cinematic mode. Detonate it. Now we can go. Look at that, filling it all in. It's just a huge square. Now we do need to get some platforms set up. And then as soon as that's connected in, although now I'm thinking about it, we didn't really need this to be right here. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Now we're gonna move it over this way. We'll have a couple staircases set up. This should be enough. And we honestly will probably keep expanding all the way over this way even more, but this is going to be plenty for them to do in the first place. So we can start with half cattail over here and then half spatterdock, and they have just finished this now. So we have a couple workers in here, and you can see, oh, these are builders, but these two beavers, you can see one's right here. I think they're finishing up their old jobs. But then they're going to come down here and start planting everything. See, he is going right to work, planting some of the cattail back here. And, oh, these are all planks. They don't have any plank storage. Well, I guess we can just get rid of this, because we're not really using planks for a whole lot. And they're making plenty of planks over here. Ooh, let's make sure... Yeah, I don't think we should actually plant food right here, because this is going to be basically completely submerged. And that is where we're going to wrap up today's episode. You can see the Beaver Brigade is coming over here to do some more building. But we spent most of this episode focusing on the new Irondale district. And I say new district, but Irondale's been around a while. We just took a while to name it Irondale. But now there's a few more big projects that we have been working on. Been super excited to get these done. This one just popped up in this episode, which was getting the cattail and spatterdock planted. And we do have the first set of water wheels set up. I think in the next episode we'll probably look at diverting some water here and then into here. And we can also look at getting some more power shafts and water wheels set up as well. So if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment about what you are looking forward to happening in the next few episodes. And once again, if you want to support the channel even more, consider becoming a channel member. And with that, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.